Okay, well, I wanted to do just a quick little YouTube video here, and I'll try to do it all in one take, so have to operate one-handed here. But I wanted to cover a couple of torque limiting options that I came up with for quarter-inch bit drivers. So you can see what I've got here. So I purchased this one new, and then I purchased these two used off of eBay after some research. So let me cover what this is first. This is a fix-it stick, and it's basically a little torque control device. You can see you put the quarter-inch bit in here, and then you put this into your driver. They sell these in little kits. I searched this on Google and found it for 36 bucks plus $4 shipping. That was about the best price I could find. And so I purchased this one to control the torque on some screws to 70. I don't know if you can see it there, 70 inch-pounds. So I do have a torque wrench in one of my other videos. I review it, but I wanted something more like a nut driver that I could use. And then it by the way came with that 5mm bit. So, and then I started doing some more research, and I thought, there's got to be like a really good screwdriver out there, which I can use, for controlling the torque. And I came up with two options. Like I say, I found both of them used, excuse me, on eBay. I think I picked up this one for, gosh, I think it was like 20 or 29 bucks. And this one, I paid a little bit more. Very heavy duty. This thing weighs quite a bit. This one is called a Cal 30, and you can see you flip this up. It has little notches. You flip this up and you can adjust the torque, and then there's a little screen there. Like I said, I'm doing this one-handed, so but as you turn it, this moves up, and you can see there's a little inch-pound scale. This one goes from around 2 pounds to 2 inch-pounds to 30 inch-pounds. I believe that's why it's called the Cal 30. This is made by a company called Sturtevant Richmont, I believe. Even though if you look carefully here, you can see it's only marked Richmont. I'll see if I can put a link in the description. But like I say, I found this one on eBay. Pretty good condition. I wasn't too thrilled with the little detent ball setup here. In fact, the first time I used it, it popped out. So I think someone had monkeyed around with it. I took a magnet, I don't know if you can see, and I glued it down in there. And then that allows it to just have a magnetic kind of little connection there, which is fine for my purposes. And so I have it set at the 2 foot-pounds. I can't really do it one-handed, but you can see it breaks away when you're setting the torque. So real happy with this, especially since it was a little used piece that I picked up and cleaned up. This one here goes a little higher. It goes to 50 inch-pounds. And if you're not familiar what an inch-pound is when you have foot-pounds, that's a foot. And so an inch, obviously there's 12 inches in a foot, so this is kind of a 12th of a foot-pound. So if you were to dial this up to, for example, 12 inch-pounds, you would have the equivalent of 1 foot-pound on a torque wrench. So it gives you pretty accurate control. And 24 inch-pounds would be the equivalent of 2 foot-pounds. But since your torque wrench doesn't go down that low, generally speaking, if you have a very small bolt or something like that needs to have precise torque on it, this is the kind of stuff you need. So this one's pretty nice. I had to dig out some stuff in the back where I guess when they calibrated it, they tried to seal it up. but it appears that there's a little Allen screw in here, and it has a 1/4 inch drive back here. It has, you adjust it here by pushing this down, and then you can kind of set it like a torque wrench, and it has its readings around there. So you know, there's 10 inch-pounds, and then add in, you know, whatever, 7, 6, so you can set the torque you want. And like I say, this one appears to go up to about 50 inch-pounds, maybe a little bit more, given the little additional part here. You can see the company, it's Mountz Inc. I believe they're still in business. I think I found some of their products. But this, you know, I tend to like vintage tools, so I got this one. And like I say, when I received it, it didn't have the little detent, but I actually took the detent out of this one and stuck it in here, and it actually works pretty nice. So you can see, grab the bit out of here. And I have to apologize for my terrible looking fingernails. I was under my dad's house the other day fixing his plumbing for him, and my hands got all grimy there. So anyways, you can see it goes in there pretty nice. So if you're looking for some kind of, and these tools, by the way, if you buy these new, they're just ungodly expensive. I think this thing with taxes, $200 or you know, $180 online. I don't recall what this one was, but they don't give these away. So I'm a big fan of finding, you know, old tools at garage sales, or searching on eBay and then restoring them and putting them in the toolbox. So I did have to fork over, you know, retail price almost for this thing, but just because I couldn't find a used one, and I had a very specific application for that. So, but if you're looking for torque drivers and ways to control, you know, fasteners kind of in the inch pound range, these are some options that you might want to look into. So, okay, thanks very much for watching. As always, appreciate all the viewers and comments and everything. I do have some other projects that I'm working on, such as the dashboard for the Ferrari and the restoration of the Singer sewing machine. I'll be getting back on those pretty soon. Also, the TIG welder, I've been working on brushing up my TIG welding. And I tell you, there's, if you go over to, if you do TIG welding and you want to see some really beautiful welding, get on Instagram and look up like weld porn and some of those different guys, and they just do unbelievable welding. I'm subscribed to some of their pages, and they have they do these kind of not basket weaving, but like it's like a woven pattern, walking the cup with the TIG welders. And I've been practicing that myself on the Everlast welder. And let me tell you, that's no easy feat. Those guys make it look really easy, but it's not. So as soon as I improve my TIG welding, I'm going to get back on building the motor mount for the Dalton lathe and a few of these other projects that are kind of all one is dependent on the other. So haven't forgotten about those things, just haven't had time to get to them. So, but again, for now, some options as far as torque drivers. So thanks for watching.